Check one, check two. Check one, check two. Are we sounding for sound? Just join the chat. Hello.
Ahoy!
Hi, how's it going?
Doing good. How y'all?
Doing okay, thanks for asking.
Just readying myself with my good old here's one I made earlier city.
Boy,
Just to put that
shoot.
in.
Gonna plug in, as well.
Get a little bit of disco going. Almost in homage to what the fucking company did to the Disco Elysium creators this week.
Yeah, I was gonna address that off the top here. Hello everybody! Welcome! Welcome to Egg Plays. I do these streams every Tuesday evening. Stream games, for your amusement and enlightenment. Yeah. Really fun. Tonight I actually have my friend Karen here with me playing City Skylines. Hello, Karen.
Hello, how's it going?
Doing okay. But I will be continuing my ongoing playthrough of Disco Elysium. Now there's two caveats that I gotta get out of the way here right up top. The first one is, yes, before anybody asks, I know about... Karen's volume is super quiet, though that might be because I only have audio from Iris right now. Hey Karen, could you say something in Discord?
I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Weird, I'm seeing, okay. Should be fine. Okay. I think that ought to do it. Anyways, yeah, I have seen this stuff going on right now for those of you who are unstuck in time and watching this on the YouTube VODs channel, or just haven't been paying attention to gamer news, because why would you? One of the former devs for Disco Elysium wrote a post on Medium, addressed from a psychiatric center, about how the kind of creative collective Zaum has been dissolved and is no more, and that the company, Studio Zaum, the one that made Disco Elysium, is now kind of a shadow of its former self, with none of the former devs really working there anymore. They entered into a what sounds like the message is kind of cryptic. It sounds like it was some sort of like funding venture capital relationship with some sketchy people, one of whom became the first person ever to be jailed for investment fraud in Estonia, and as a result, they don't really own any of the company anymore, and this seems to have been reinforced by the appearance on the Studio Zaum Reddit of them asking for people who are asking for job applicants who are experienced in games as a live service, which feels antithetical to the very spirit of Disco Elysium's politics, which is interesting.
So it's a whole shebang.
It's this whole thing right now where it's like the company that made the game about how capitalism will always destroy everything you love got destroyed by capitalism. And like in the letter they mentioned, like, we always knew this kind of we knew what we were getting into. We know the kind of people we were dealing with, but this is still heartbreaking. And I assume they fully knew. And like, also, it was interesting because I was reading this article about it on Rock Paper Shotgun, about the what Zaum was before they were a game studio. And it was kind of this loose writing collective centered in Estonia that kind of was very anti-establishment and very critical of local politics and like local institutions of culture, and that they did a wide variety of things, literary and theatrical filming and stuff. Members of the group kind of viewed Disco Elysium as sort of the swan song for the loose creative collective. So, you know, maybe it was never going to continue after this one game anyways. We'll never know now. I'm just hoping the folks that worked on this go on to get to work on other projects of their choosing in whatever medium they choose, whether that be games or something else. If they don't want to come back to games, I wouldn't fucking blame them, because working in games is a nightmare run by a monster named capitalism. So, that being said, they got one real good one out, and they got it out enough to even put out a director's cut of it. And that's what we'll be playing today. So, before anybody says anything, yes, I know. Very weird. Very sad. But, yeah, that does make it morally okay to pirate this game now. So, feel free to do that if you haven't played it yet.
That's also very
You can torrent the shit out of it now, and you don't have to feel bad about it. The other thing is more related to this channel. Due to some weird technical issues on Picarto's part, Picarto, even if you have a premium account, Picarto only keeps 12 recordings of your streams in the archive before it shoves your videos into, like, I don't know, video hell, the Phantom Zone. Usually what I do with these is I stream stuff. I stream games, and then I download the videos for the games from the streams later, so I can upload them to a YouTube page for historical preservation, and just for anybody whose time zone doesn't line up with mine or whatever the fuck, or comes on my work later. I just like having a record of these. I can't make a record of the art streams because they've got copyrighted music all over them. But these I can record. However, due to some weird tech issues, and like Picardo shitting the bed with its servers or something the last time I streamed, which was last Thursday, it created multiple, like, 1-second videos of my last art stream, which shoved my last Disco Elysium stream off of the 12 video log. So I have like a 2.5 hour, which, like, I'm not gonna cry about that, because like the last Disco stream was kind of plagued with tech issues anyways, but we did miss a couple of pretty crucial plot points. So I emailed support about maybe seeing if I could get those back, get that stream back if it's not entirely lost, if there's a buffer or something that I can pull that from. However, similar to life, we may not be able to see the full picture here.
Right, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to try to recap stuff as best I can. In the possibility that I do manage to get that video in the time between I'm recording this and the time that it goes up on YouTube, you'll know, because this will be video 6. Otherwise, I'll title it as video 5-ish of the Disco Elysium series.
Video 5-esque.
Yeah. Just, I wanted this to be a full playthrough, and for those of you watching every week, it will be, and for those of you who don't watch every week, it will almost be. I hope that is fine enough. I don't do this for money. This is purely a hobby thing, so don't hate me too hard. It's really more of a excuse to hang out with friends and share games that I like.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, then. Get over here. Here we go. Okay. Let's keep going. So to recap on here, last time I made a new friend, the smoker on the balcony that you saw in previous videos. We met a friend of his who he really wanted us to talk with, who is a guy who works for basically the moral intern, which is the government that essentially occupied Revachol. And I got some new clothing, as you can see. Very stylish new clothing. Looking super hot today. And I also got across the lock, which was previously closed. So I'm in an entirely different and new part of the city now. So that's pretty cool. Let me talk to Kim. See if he can help us catch up too.
Yes?
Oh, and also, oh my god, that was the most important thing. We learned about the Pale, and it is terrifying. It is it's some sort of misty substance that separates the broken pieces of the planet that we're on. And it's made of compressed time or something. It's nothingness. It's basically nothingness. It's entropy itself. People can travel through it, but they have to undergo rigorous psychic training. And if you don't, then you get radiation, and it's all fucked up. It's wild that people have managed to survive at all. Yeah. And we found,
What do you want to know? Good.
Okay. We found a bullet inside of the brain of the murder victim. That finally paid off. We have our perception up at 9. It's like monstrous how much perception we have. Largely due to us finally actualizing the Col du Mamadakwa thought, which gives us +3 perception, which is nuts. We found a bullet lodged in the back of the victim's throat. So it seems that our hanged man was actually shot and then hung after dying, which is really unusual.
Okay.
Yeah, so the whole thing about the union dock workers stringing him up might actually be a red herring. So right now we're looking for a very special kind of gun from the revolutionary period in Revachol's history. Modern Revachol citizens militia guns and a lot of other street issue firearms are breech loading, which means they're put in the front like muskets. But this was a cartridge loading one, a rare old school military issue, most of which are broken nowadays. So finding whoever owns this gun will make them a prime suspect in the ongoing case. Oh, and I got a plastic bag for collecting bottles and shit. I think I showed that off. So yeah, that should be everything, I think. I think that's everything. Glory says the graffito to the ghosts of us. Man, first piece of text we see this stream couldn't get more poignant, huh? Both in terms of the studio dissolving, last stream getting lost, general bullshit. There's really never a bad time to glorify the ghosts of us, really. Oh, is this coins? More coins? More pennies? Nickels? Yes. I also get a new thought called the Jamrock Shuffle, which gets me more stuff from inside of crates and boxes and shit. Birds in the birch tree, barely audible coos come from above. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Hey! Smallest church in Sanson. Now this... Interact with this. The tape you found from a shack on the coast, the A-side is Smallest Church in Sanson written on it, while the B-side is supposed to contain the instrumental version. Requires a boombox to play. I need to get that boombox.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal-reel at hand. But even just holding the tape makes you feel a little sad.
I have been looking for a sad, sad song to sing at karaoke.
A pawn shop would have a tape player.
If memory serves me correctly, that tape player is 12 whole dollary dues. I'll need to collect that plus the 20 I need for my nightly stay at the Whirling and Rags. Also, it's raining out. Gross. Oh, let me actually... In case anybody else hops into the Volcano Lair call, they can see what I'm streaming. In real time. Wait. Bottles? No, I can't pick those up. A creaking ahead. A broken axle grinding. What's that? Oh. A banged up fuel canister. 1162. Bet I could sell that. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Oh. The government issued red-dyed fuel oil inside. Looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. I wonder if that's what that girl was painting on the side of that building earlier. Because that was red paint, too. Let's see what this little dot is. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up. Don't you mean the scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Hey, Kim. Looks like we've had a couple of partygoers here.
Looks like it.
This was some kind of theater to them. A circus production by a great clown.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
He doesn't like me talking about the great clown.
It's the great clown, Charlie
Then
Brown.
that motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
We need to
You
find
get a sudden
the traffic
sinking
hooligan.
feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Well, well, well. Looks like Jacob Earw's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ.
Yes, yes. Clearly, this is a triumph. I'd say the vehicle has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket.
There's low tide in this game?
A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
I didn't know it modeled tides. Okay.
Alright. How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Oh, we can actually wait for it. Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. We do that.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
I can whistle a tune. I have a very high chance of whistling a tune because I am the art cop.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car.
That shit's gay.
The
Hell yeah.
clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
Here we go.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
That's a start.
Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand at a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to... Well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
But if someone puts a gun to your head?
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupris, Model 40.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it.
Oh
pedagogical.
no. Oh no. 41 is the name of the police station that we work at. This is our car.
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
I hate guessing. No. I'll choose a silly answer first. 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish, this one.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct.
Amazing.
Precinct 41. Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just no. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh, no.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just a coincidence.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea! Many question marks and exclamation points?
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like
Ow,
you
my
started in front of
morale!
the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Don't drink and drive, kids. How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I couldn't even pay a hostel bill.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
So it's just going to be there like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
Things were going so well, we were just whistling merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
A very kind thing of you to say, Kim. Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Eat a magnesium tablet for morale. I think I got a skill point. Yeah, I did. Is there anything I want to start thinking about? Anti-object task force. I could kick the shit out of things. Magnesium-based life form. This is centrist stuff. This is taxing is too much. I'm a rock star. Let me save this for in case any other interesting thoughts come across. Because you never really know. Or in case we need to, like, redo a skill check. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. Alright, let's look at the boot. I've got my badge! Oh my god, finally. And a commander's jacket. +1 esprit de corps, +1 visual calculus. Holy shit, am I a commander? A black uniform jacket with RCM's signature white rectangle on its right sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read LTN 2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality, other than some minor wear and tear. Wow, those are some great stats. It doesn't exactly scream slut, though, does it? We'll leave it on for now, I suppose, just to give it a try. Oh, and let's also, let's check out that card. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. Wow, we used to not have facial hair. That's wild.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking? Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted.
Oh,
by
no.
The expression.
The expression.
Although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name? Harrier Dubois. Harrier? That's unusual.
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Wait, what kind of a name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
I want to meet somebody whose name is Undying. Legally. That is a fucking sick name.
A name like armor.
But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Should I have accepted that?
Harrier. That's long for Harry.
Alright, let's do
So
it.
you are pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
The badge in your hands
Sure.
shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rank LTN to JFR?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What is a Lieutenant W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM. That's
Harrier is a good name for a
I am
detective,
a lieutenant.
considering that's what we do all day. And W.
Yeah.
Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Declined.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Clearly, in my past life, I valued being a beat cop.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past.
No, it's a status,
These
that's
lead me
not
to
a
believe
rank.
Your current situation is only temporary.
Thanks. That gives me hope.
Good.
What's a decomptage?
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
What kinks?
Kings like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
Wait, satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
So, you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
News to me.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it. Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Serial Rev12 6205 Jam 41.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
the numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
Date of issue 7th of November 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
I was doing well as recently as 4 months ago.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure.
Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again,
it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiayeva.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it.
Okay, that's enough. Wild. We go over here. Ah! Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. Solving the mystery of me here. The underside of the boat has recently been tarred. Yeah, they really put a lot of juice into the writing. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. Oh, what's that? Go back.
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
Great news, I found somewhere new to sleep.
Huh?
I said great news, I found somewhere to sleep. Under this boat here. It'll be free.
Sarcastic self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer. I understand the situation looks grim, but we must continue with our investigation.
You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return.
Okay. Maybe if I had unlocked the Hobo Cop stat, that would be an option. But we did not. Can't get in there. Fisherman shacks. There's quick travel in this game? What the fuck? Okay. Here's to my ass. Okay. A wedding stone, well worn and covered in rust. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. treat. Pants! +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Ah, nerd pants for nerds. Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. Moralist pants! They are completely statless. Wow, I almost look presentable. Look, I can put on a shirt too. Oh, man. From slut to normal guy. That fast.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be.
Actually, never mind. I hate these pants, and I want them to die. And while we're at it, let's just change back into slut outfit. Yeah. Yeah! That's the look I want to present to the world. Right here. You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. I guess this just means that I'm going to be hearing things all the time now in the game. That's wild. Cinder blocks charred. A makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. It's down here. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Let's lead down here. Oh, I could have gone up here all this time. Huh. Okay. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. And there's some guys behind it!
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
We get around here? We're gonna go all the way around, I guess. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Treats. Hello, ma'am. Woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Oh, like our homie over with the roadside stand.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
What he said. We're cops. Jesus Christ. Click, click, bang, bang. No way. That may be how most cops think. But I'm not a normal kind of cop. We don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I am totally an ill omen. It's exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here.
You're not. No one around here considers...
Achievement unlocked! The opener of the 8th seal!
People would have told us.
Amazing.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture
Wow,
of goodwill
a free
from
place
the
to
village
live.
to the RCM.
Wait, hold on. You're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
You know, there's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our
Seems
own
like a nice
single-block
guy.
houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
You got yourself a tenant then, lady.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Yeah, that room was nasty. What is in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Who? What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
There's gotta be something here. Tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
The pox? What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
I'll hold off on addressing any sort of economical questions for now. There's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the Dolorian Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I get the feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. Huh. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting even through the night. And now, Suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time.
I would like to look into a ruckus. What else is on Down Coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then, apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to a... well... That's it? There's gotta be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End.
I am definitely not one of those real estate people with big plans.
Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Goodbye, I'm off. Well, now we have a... I guess this game is bigger than I thought. There's a bunch of other shit going on in this game.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Let's unlock that door.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the Whirling in Rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Okay.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
See what's in here. Oh, yeah. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from '39. The intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. The floorboards creak under your step. You see the waves, the sea, a church. That's quite nice, actually.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
First, wash the smell of death off yourself.
Thank God you didn't go in there barehanded. Death smell is notoriously difficult to get off yourself and your clothes, though, and cleaning up takes a while. But man persists, and after 15 minutes pass, you look almost presentable, sort of. The sudden absence of the morbid dead tissue smell instantly lifts your spirits.
Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose
Would that make you
bulbous
look too
and
much
red,
like a cop,
hair
though?
unkempt, wrinkles lining
don't
the eyes
know.
and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
I can kind of dig the stash.
I like the stash too. The stash is classic.
I'll leave the stash. I'll leave the stash for now.
For now.
The bed is comforting.
No time. It's cool. It's a cool stash. A new
Holy
jacket? Holy shit. This swanky checker jacket flatters your form in a way that makes you feel the fun kind of serious. It has really nice roomy pockets, too. +1 logic. No drawbacks. Ooh. Oh!
It has
Oh.
pockets.
That's good. I can even increase my logic with a shirt. No, you just can't mix blues and browns, even with brown as an accent. I almost look like a real person. But I'm going to keep the insane mesh tank top on, though.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
Oh my god. I can level up electrochemistry and stop the expression from happening. Why don't we do that? And do we have anything that can help us with electrochemistry? I think actually that gown might? Yeah, the gown actually will help. And the pants. +1 electrochemistry in the gloves. Yeah, let's give this shit a shot.
An old mirror
Let's give
hangs
this
on the
shot
wall.
a shit.
You see the reflection of your face in
Oh my god, it's still impossible!
the expression.
+2, know the origin. I mean, 8% is better than 0%. Fingers crossed, let's give it a shot.
Still
Oh,
not
no.
happening. It won't come off that easy.
No, it's not happening today. Around the side. You can't see into the house from this angle. Inside, you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Ooh. Treats? Yes. Over here. There. What are these doing in the fish? Boots? Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots, +1 perception. Good old calf-length cavalry boots. Mount that horse and ride into the night! The heel comes in handy, too. It definitely makes you some good 5 centimeters taller. But could it be that it's also making you sharper, more perceptive to your surroundings, now that you've gained a new perspective? +1 perception of you from above. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, I like the look of those. Steppy. Hello, ma'am. Have you noticed my new boots?
Hi,
I'm new
officer.
boot goofing today.
Anything I can help you with?
Sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called ELYSIUM.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
I have questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Hold on. Do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Figures. Typical patriarchal nonsense. Mask you venomosity.
Sure. Animosity. But boys will be boys, and God knows we don't have many around. So far, the sword has been enough to keep them in line.
Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. but they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
Behold! Points to the expression on your face. Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
He disappeared? Sounds like a missing persons case.
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves.
He died? Was he... murdered?
The lieutenant shakes his head again.
Bum 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 bum.
By himself. Inadvertently. He never respected the sea. Went out there drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day he didn't come back. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death.
I don't. But us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
No, I am dating Kim right now. Thank you very much. Or plan to date Kim. Hopefully. Someday, if I work up the courage.
I just picture Kim looking like at the side of his glasses like, were we not dating already?
I mean, earlier I was chatting with the guy from the upstairs balcony, and he was like, we were like kind of vaguely flirting with each other, and he was like, oh, and got real nervous. So I'm kind of like, maybe I can eventually romance Kim. I would love to do that. Be great. Even if not, the romance of a working, respectful partnership is fine enough. Also, that's a very, very low amount of suggestion. What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insular Indian cuisine.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
A mine? The RCM could use a mine. Where is it?
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
Right. He's seeing you. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. Those coins. The planks creak beneath your weight. Can you climb into the water? Holy shit. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. No, you can't climb into the water. The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Hard to see the details. The colors, all warm and welcoming, are cozy, though. Oh, we can go in here? Oh, shit. Feels safe and warm in here, not like outside. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow.
Hello, mister.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She is looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
What's that? Point to the stuffed bird.
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skua you broke.
Yes, but what's it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure, just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
What's that thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like,
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Oh, okay. Well, pleased to meet you, Lambie.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
I knew I should have kept the mustache. I am clearly a friend to all animals. Well, goodbye.
Bye!
Cute kid. Take that. Well, whenever I go back to the Whirling in Rags for karaoke, I can tell Gart I have a replacement bird for him. It's a flower trot where nothing really grows, maybe in spring. Let's talk to some more children.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Wow, more actual kids. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Is little Lily your sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
And what are you, Kid Master General?
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
Bye, kids. Take care. It's nice to know not all kids are like Kuno. Or Kuno-S. Kind of a relief, to be honest. A bottle! Wait, what was this? I think I missed this. Nope, it's locked. I could try boosting my interfacing level. Why not? No. Shit. Well, that'll probably come in handy later or something. Oh, these guys. Hey, weirdos.
to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Amphetamine?
Aye, by amphetamine, I mean speed.
Delicious amphetamines.
I think you didn't hear me when I said I'm a police officer.
Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine. I got both.
I thought by speed you meant amphetamine.
Aye, that's what I said.
Right, got it.
Good, good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
Quite the business venture you've got set up here.
Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
It's a turn of phrase. What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
The hook? Where is it? I can't see it.
Impressive entrepreneurship. I approve.
Mm-hmm. Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? You want to buy something? Let's keep it moving.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
Keep him talking.
What did you mean what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Where did you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That sounds dangerous.
It was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
4 real? To remove a kidney? That seems like a pretty good deal. Okay, how?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies. It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful
My
blue
God.
98.7% almost pure alcohol.
It's formaldehyde.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
I think it will prove useful. Yes.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
I'll take that.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Just to be clear, folks, I'm still going with my no vice playthrough. We are not drinking this shit.
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop.
And I just figured out why I was having trouble with my little area here.
In
What's
the
up?
I had an
civilized
on-ramp.
world,
I had
it's
an
a custom
on-ramp going in the
to
wrong
shop.
direction.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that'll
Come
do it.
back anyway.
So no one could technically drive to this area, including people needing to do trash removal. So that was kind of bad. Oh well.
Hey,
Oops.
tequila.
Well, problem solved.
This guy's name is just Idiot Doom Spiral. A 30-something man clad in a 2-piece lycra tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake his hand?
So what's happening?
Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Oh god, he knows
He
us.
says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Reality? It's perishing. Soon only the glowing embers will remain of the atoms. Of human faces, only echoes.
Not this again. I was hoping that we were done with it.
Only echoes remaining of human faces? That's a pretty
Well, good to know you're keeping it positive there,
I
champ.
wouldn't mind if it came down to that. Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good,
Woof,
high-concept
okay.
conversation. At last.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
Oh, this guy's name is just Don't Call Abigail.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a Tequila Sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
For some reason, the name Tequila fills me with foreboding. Maybe I shouldn't learn what it means.
You think you feel bad now. Wait till you've heard the story.
No. You need the wisdom.
Go ahead.
Mhm. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
I like this guy's voice. Wait, do we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story.
Wait.
Stop interrupting.
That's right.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as
He
I know,
does have an American
all you did
accent.
was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is. Does that sound like something you do? Yeah, probably.
We were talking about doing that much earlier in our playthrough. Not talking about doing that. We didn't suggest that actually, but we did learn that in some sort of haze we suggested that in the past.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard.
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, the time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things.
Every word I said was true. No, wait. Tequila sunset will break the looms of reality.
Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice. We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Wait, so is Tequila Sunset an event or a name?
I think you said that you were the event, and that you would smash the looms of reality. Yeah, I knew I'd heard that looms line before.
My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful
Oh, God.
and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
I could ask this guy all manner of things. Did I tell you anything specific about the person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
I can't. I don't have the health for it.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking
I
around
can't
here.
keep talking about my ex-wife like this.
Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
If it's those two back of the whirling in rags, I could actually see that they were in fact cramping my style.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
Well,
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Did we talk about, politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Oh, you're a shithead. Got it. As if I wasn't sure before. Did you get a kind of read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept telling us that in your work you've seen a lot of blood, but that it's nothing compared to the great bloodletting to come. I believe you mentioned something about the ground cracking open to swallow cities and dreams alike. Yeah, I remember that simile, or whatever the fuck they are.
I don't need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller.
Does that count as flirting?
Right. Why not?
I hope
Better than
not.
beach
God,
ball.
I hope not. You want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral? I really hate talking to you, but I am also curious, and right now the curiosity just barely edges out the hate.
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
What?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his
Oh
posture
my
is
God.
so incredibly familiar. You might get scammed here.
You want booze, don't you?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see? So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I don't want to give you any alcohol. I'm not an enabler.
In that case, I'm not a storyteller.
Ah,
You
Luciano.
too, Tequila Sunset.
Maybe later if we just find some beer lying around, but like... ugh. Tell me more about Don't Call Abigail.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who is Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me? Abigail.
Who are you? What's your name?
Don't call Abigail.
Where am I? What is this place?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Hey, I'm on an important official investigation. I demand you answer my questions.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk man starts coughing a really disgusting, hacking cough.
Don't call.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Oh well. And that's Don't Call Abigail, I guess. Mystery solved? Question mark?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
This is the first time I think Shivers has perked up. What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog.
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
That is enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Some sort of memory, maybe. Oh. Can't get over the gate? Whack. Oh, that was that street. Okay. The beach. Rust-eaten letters read, Mazut. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. Quick travel unlocked. Church! Must be near a church. Kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. A school of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the dark. Money! Before you, a drawbridge. It can only be lowered from the other side. Interesting. Full of holes. Could the post hide treasure? Look inside. Ah, a alcohol. I could give that to Idiot Doom Spiral. Oh, all these have stuff in them. Money. 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 Who's stuffing coins inside of fence posts? Magnesium. Money. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, okay, I guess we're running around here now. Painted with pastels. Someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Have we solved the drawbridge puzzle?
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Eternite?
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Push the Eternite over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
This is someone's home away from home, just like yours.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
That's disco, baby.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Squeeze in.
Sorry,
This guy looks
we
interesting.
barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Capri Lange engine starting fluid. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. A pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosifed Ultra. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. What the hell's going on in here?
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sure.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
There's Noid.
And Egghead. Egg!
There's Egghead.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you
We
organized?
have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Really? Do tell.
Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol. Strike that! The world!
Thank you, Egghead.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
So a dance club where you can make money. You want to kick out a bunch of squatters so you can be the squatters. Except you want to monetize the squat. Okay.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
Andre is obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
I probably won't actually help them, but I do want to learn more. Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Are these the cryptozoologists? I bet they are.
Andre, tell him about the feeling. Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark. No, the other one. Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg. Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
So how can you be sure if they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
What was that about some thing watching you?
Like, you aren't alone, you know? It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
I don't know. With the existence of the Pale, I guess anything's possible.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab. It was stalking a cell.
What?
Exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Ambush behavior. Crab man.
Crab man!
Thank you, Egghead.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time. But I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there. You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of
Oh my
pain,
god.
alertness
Holy
fills
crap.
you, as if to say, this is a dark corner.
Sorry.
Look
Oh, you're fine.
behind
What's up?
it."
So I have like a cable car system, which sort
Mhm.
of connects a couple of the major parks, and this one was reading over 500 passengers per day, which is actually more than most metro stations. In fact, probably more than most train stations.
That's a popular cable car.
Apparently, it's like the one way to get to this one park, which is up on this mountaintop. So I really shouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
I was
maybe-
kind of like,
Maybe add a second train on that then.
yeah. I just added a big old metro line, sort of connecting the two spaces. But I don't know how much that's gonna help, because I entered the whole trap of making my parks too good, and now I have too much traffic going to them. Oh well.
Whoops.
Oops. I made shit too nice. Fuck me, I guess.
The problem that every really successful city designer gets into eventually. What happens when your city becomes too much of a utopia?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, tell me more about these jacked up snuff stations, Andre.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations where you can listen to people getting killed on and jerk off to it. Sick shit.
I'm just going to take a quick bio. So
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff.
Whoa, fuck. That is a fucked up snuff station.
He appears sincere enough.
Alright,
sire.
I will be right
You
back.
could have caused
Later.
wrong.
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation. I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
What about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
So now we know why that lady's husband is missing.
All right.
Oh. Be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies towards you. Chances are even.
It's as
Oh,
if time
fuck.
is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool.
Don't ruin the cool by... Man, I really fucked that, huh? Don't ruin the cool by overdoing it. Raise your hand in front of your face with minimum effort.
Blam! Straight in
Ow!
the eye. Straight in the old eye orb. In the looking ball. A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Ouch! Goddamn asshole! What is wrong with you? Can't you see I'm in pain now?
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry he didn't throw them better.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Bends your face in mockery of his useless contrition. You almost eye murdered me. A cop. That's use of lethal force.
I really am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
That's the least you could do. Take
I
the
hope
money.
that settles it. Or wait, the key?
Cool, 25 bucks.
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the
That'll buy me that stereo.
We were talking about the padlock, I think.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%.
Jesus Christ.
85% sure they're still alive.
I need to go talk to those
Somewhere
people.
in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means?
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. What does anything mean, really?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like nonsense.
You're right. It is nonsense. Total garbage. I knew you'd see through it. You're one smart cop.
I get by. Now, where was I with that padlock?
He nods attentively, ready to answer the questions of one smart cop.
Other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
I'll come...
As always...
Man, I gotta unlock those fucking people. They could be dying in there. I'll come back to talk to you idiots later. Fucking... shit. There's probably people. Yellow moss and these stones. Whatever. Fucking... You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Open the padlock with the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
A great
on the
wash of
doors.
air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Whoa. Strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional, some long-forgotten style. Hello? This grotesque wooden figure looks half-finished. Anybody still alive? The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio's frequencies? 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty.
And I'm back.
A portable Harman Wowshi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
a machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in Doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Actually, let me look around for people here first. This church is empty, then we'll explore that computer. Yeah, I should walk in here, but I should do a lot of things, and I don't do them. This bowl is filled with water. A wire runs to each. A prayer book has been left open.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums.
Is that the Coldo Mamadakwa?
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Can't hear shit!
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
I can do that. Try to see beyond the shadows. Chances very high. Oh, what? No! I had 97%. It was so good. Ugh.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height.
Try to make out something. Anything.
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Blink. Ugh. Oh my god!
Hanging from the rafters.
Ooh, Crab Man! The Crab Man is real! Oh!
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Yo, Crab Man! Crab Man spotted!
Man looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The Crab Man.
The Crab Man! Are you the Crab Man?
The man leaned forward a little.
I'm the crab man.
With a steady,
Unreadable
gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
What?
That accent is Villalobos. a peninsula in Mesk, and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol. Hold on. Stop it right there. Pussy, what's with this?
I'm not scared. I just don't understand why the female sexual organs have to be associated with weakness, Mr. Crabman.
You really got a case of frayed nerves, pussy. And this usage comes from pusillanimous. Everybody knows that.
I just got an achievement called the world's most laughable centrist. Thanks, game.
Oops.
Chill out, man. Here you could receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh, hell no! I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about, quote, alcohol use, unquote.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through.
I was like you once, just dragging my feet to the next bottle. Shit was dark, Holmes.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
This is stupid. I don't even know what this is. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit?
It doesn't matter who I am, Way. I'm just bringing you the message of the mother's love. She don't want you to hang yourself on your own stubbornness. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Well, that explains the quiet.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
I'm gonna ask you again. Are you the crab man?
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Hey, it's your neighbors who came up with this name, not me.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you also carve all those sculptures?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
You've got some nice curves going there.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crab man and woodcarver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So many people losing their memory. A certain portent of doom.
Nah, ese, it's not like that. Best thing that could happen to you, losing your memory.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is.
That's not quite right, but you're getting somewhere. Any one of us could have been anything else. We are all one who sing the mother's glory.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who's this mother of silence you keep talking about?
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
Is this like the Pale? Is this dude? Is this guy like... Is this guy worshipping the Pale?
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I was being insensitive. Sorry. Let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
You should sing about the coming apocalypse, warn the unseeing.
I ain't from no Mariette, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins.
How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Right, I had other
The
questions.
sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Wait, do they have reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
So what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
Oh, so he's into the idea.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Oh.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viaita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How could you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
or search through her radio computer.
Okay then, thanks. Wow, okay. So, the bad news is, not willing to leave. Good news is, open to the idea of a nightclub. And, also not some sort of wacky, whatever. Dope head or whatever he said. And I got a hat. This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red-on-red embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and mesque floral motifs. +1 pain threshold, bangers don't cry.
Daggers don't cry. Dang.
Oh, this goes on the neck. Oh, cool. Wow, that's fancy. Figure drawn in frost to the window, depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. What's this? Cracked pane of glass, colorful. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Oh, hold up. Are those shoes? Yo! And a Meskbanger's red brogues. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white-on-white flower motif sewn on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. I have +1 empathy. I'm literally in someone else's shoes. And I'll take that money.
As you should. Alright,
Let's check out that computer again.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
I love the little computer sound. Look inside that compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
Press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Sorriest accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
This is Fortress Accident again?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again! How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Fortress Accident? Like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log, parentheses, Feb Mar, unparentheses.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Okay, let's see. This.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
What about print?
Nothing happens.
Oh. Hey, Tiago? I know you're not great with memory, but,
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Have you by any chance heard the viejita say the password to a radio computer?
Too many times, Esse. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information. especially in the name
Okay,
of
good.
public
Our mission has so far been
safety.
accomplished, insofar as we actually now have a sustainable influx of tourists, which
Nice.
means money. Yeah, obviously, being a beachfront property and all of that, I decided to make this heavily tourist
Oh,
oriented.
sick.
And I just didn't have the time to put down an actual like tourist seaport kind of thing, which I just did now. So now,
Oh,
guess
nice.
yeah.
Cool.
So now we got a shit ton of money coming into town, which is nice.
Lovely. I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends, in the interests of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
All right, thanks.
I think we're done here, essay.
Oh, bye.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Listen, everything is interconnected in some small, tenuous way.
The machine's keyboard is still
Yeah,
the
play
speaker
again.
comes to life.
Good afternoon, sorriest accident on Saint-Brun.
This isn't the cryptozoologist. This is the game dev.
Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
After life death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
And we can access the other computer in the doomed industrial, or the doomed commercial area.
Sorriest accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Whatever kind of area it is, it's doomed.
It's
Goodbye,
the one building.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
Hit that
Revealing
print,
the
baby.
recipe. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Let's read that printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read that second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
No thanks. Third entry,
7th
please.
of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Esca series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Let's read that fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi. Who are all those people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
5th entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
Let's read that 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything
That's
about
me.
it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Poisson.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hi. Hello. That would be her.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I can assure you I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access Coalition military data links.
There are no Coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network.
Yes, I could. I'm a cybernetic god. I'm using your REM prefect to commandeer Coalition warship Archer. I will turn its cannons against its masters.
That's nonsense. You're just a police officer. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
Hey, are you the lead programmer of Viral Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
Have you seen the Crab Man?
No.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
It sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
That's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything
The
about
antenna
radio
is a
computers, do you?
processor? Okay. No, I'm a master circuit bender. I know everything.
Then you certainly know that all radio computers perform operations on air. So in order to gain more processing power,
Oh.
you need to invest in a good antenna.
So the processor must be elsewhere or something. And the AR1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casts in her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Isn't your REM prefect radio computer made exclusively for the government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
So why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and RAIM Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a RAIM prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see REAM prefects in every police department, for example.
Did you steal it?
No! No, of course not. I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I bought it from her. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIM Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as the Civic, but it does work better with newer antenna models. So I'm not complaining.
What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIM prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it.
Okay.
Whatever she's using them for.
That answers nothing.
hers.
I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which exists. This is a piece of the pale.
Exactly.
For sure.
Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world. For now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music!
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
Oh boy. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anodic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Is this anything
The
else?
Swallow, you mean? Great. Thanks.
Let you work in peace. Oh, so they're not going to open up a nightclub. Okay. What's in here?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
That would be Dolores Day.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
Why are her lungs lit up like that?
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Yeah, alright. We've done a lot of weird things today. Kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Look up.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
It's morning.
As that terrible word passes through your mind, The lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them, the 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Was it me?
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I guess I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten.
Mysterious.
It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism? High chances.
It's a mystery.
Oh, bullshit!
A mystery
Oh my god.
Self-pity.
I'm rolling snake eyes
For
tonight.
some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
Well, hold on. I know I have some shit in here that helps me with my visual calculus. Like this. And, this. And I think that might actually be it, but you know, that's something.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious
Come on,
emblem,
baby.
a jigsaw of broken
Yeah,
pieces
there we go.
falls
Double
placed
sixes.
in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one.
Boxcars.
A light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown. Something during the raid the lieutenant mentioned. Or just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who is this older woman? The
The
Pope?
inscription on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, Theriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto? What does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
After life, death. After death, the new life.
And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
After the world, the gray. After the gray, the new world. The belief that maybe, like... Oh, man. It's kind of like an afterlife concept, but for an entire world? Is that what the Pale is doing?
Afterlife, death.
Oh, yeah.
After death, life again. After the world, the Pale.
Gotta rekindle the flame.
Pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change, akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say, after life, death, after...
Death, life again. After the world, the Pale. After the Pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Whoa, yikes. I like the other one better.
So do I.
The mother of humanism towers up.
That's enough. So they, like, the Pale is scary, but people also kind of worship it. I guess because it's, like, the most powerful thing around. It's not just Tiago who thinks of it in sort of religious terms. The sign reads Sombrun 1147. Dusty pews in the shadows, many seem to be missing. It's just like examining the outside. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. And a little money! Yoink. Let's go back to those weirdos over at the, on the ice. Oh, there's nothing over here. Well, not worship. Have spiritual opinions about. Assign supernatural meaning to forces that cannot be explained rationally. I guess is what anyone would do. Must have taken a lot of patience to do this.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks posse. It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Oh.
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
Come to think of it, I should. Where would I get one around here?
I don't know, some kind of a store? Maybe a general store? Look, man, fuck the hat.
Authority very low. I mean, sure, why not? I don't care.
Lots of feeling. Feel it up. Way up.
Oh my god, fuck the hat? Is that what you just said to me? I can't believe you told me to fuck the hat.
You're saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right.
So I should just...
Indignation.
So I should just get a hat and fuck it, right? Engage in sexual intercourse with a hat right here in front of you because you told me so. On the sea ice.
More.
Right here on the sea ice.
More.
Give you a little ice cup hat fuck show.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his eyes, unsure how to react.
Is that how you see me?
The girl looks down.
Oh no, I scared her. I scared her.
Ball. That's it. You've earned it. Start crying. Life's hard.
Start crying.
The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires, waiting for the sorry spectacle to end. But it's gone awful quiet up there. Then the sound of sobbing. Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40, his face bloated from alcohol, and God knows what else. Not so quietly, crying.
This isn't really about
Yeah.
the hat, is it?
No.
You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Life's a horror, you know? Crying helps, though. Get it out your system, and then maybe we can talk, okay? I'll be here.
Estelle, you're too kind to me. Hey. Hey, man.
Do you want to talk about what just happened?
Yeah.
Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings, especially on duty. But I think this is an exceptional case. So, what do you think happened?
'Tis possible thou couldst persuade the lieutenant 'twas all a part of thy unorthodox method. But can thou persuade thyself?
Let me see if I can nail this.
Thy pen of lies.
Oh my god.
Best to simply deny the truth, bold-facedly.
What? Nothing happened.
So you're saying you didn't break down in tears just now and nearly tear your shirt off?
I've never cried once in my life.
Uh-huh.
You could torture me, abandon me, even divorce me, and I'd be dry as a desert. Yes, sir.
Yes, I've definitely never seen you cry before, nor lent you my handkerchief to dry your tears.
Methinks my liege doth protest too much. A performance that would make the star of a radio melodrama blush.
Even so, in the future, could you please refrain from emoting too much on duty? The quasi-legal status of the RCM means we need to project strength twice as consistently as any other police force in the world.
Weakness is strength.
Not when projecting strength. Then it's just weakness.
This sounds like typical macho bullshit to me.
That may be so, but such is Revachol, and this is what is expected of us in Revachol.
You get the feeling you're being handled with kid gloves because your cheeks are still soaking wet.
Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on?
I can. And I'm sorry, Kim. I promise this is the last time.
Then, let's go.
Achievement unlocked! Literally the sorriest cop on Earth. Jesus Christ.
Really not pulling any punches with your chivos, huh?
World's most laughable centrist and the sorriest cop on Earth tonight. Damn.
So, like...
Having a day.
Seriously, what's eating you, man?
There is a hint of pity in her eyes. Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing, and she wears thick black eyeliner. Most men wouldn't call her pretty. There is a manliness to her, a coarseness.
Yeah, can we talk for a minute?
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up?
I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
I think it's the plight of the working class.
Oh, really?
The golem of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I fear the process is irreversible.
So the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is social justice?
I haven't seen much of this world, but from... What the fuck? I haven't seen much of this world, but from what I've seen, social justice is an adolescent term. Sounds almost liberal. What's got me shaken up is the people's struggle. It's got me shaken up bad.
Yeah, man. They're pretty bad.
It makes me sick thinking about the thousands, millions, billions. How many people are there, actually? How many people are there in the world?
3.6 billion, not counting those in cell.
Really? That many reduces me to tears thinking of the 3.6 billion and God knows how many more in that Seoul place, crushed under the tyranny of the market.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are you sure you're not just hung up on some chick, though?
I'm positive. Now, I had some questions for you before all this started.
Go ahead.
The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
I saw the crab man.
You saw him? Does it mean that you went in there? Did you see the other spooker, the one in Grandma's clothes?
I did see them both, yes.
Good, so you believe me. You should go tell this to Andre. He'll know what to do next.
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
A cell is not a narc.
To the cops.
Aha. Okay, maybe I'll ask later about all this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah? Any news of my wife's name? How about my mother?
No.
Right.
You're welcome.
Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside of solid objects. Contact Mike just beats people up.
You know, Contact Mike doesn't just beat people up. Contact Mike is a role model.
An entire litany spews forth.
Yes, you heard right. You should try to be more like Contact Mike, a successful athlete and an inspirational figure who has overcome social, physical, and mental obstacles.
Man, you are one weird cop.
I'd say that I'm just about normal. Now about that Mike, not Mike. Mike.
You do understand it all just sounds like Mike to me, right?
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound. If
Okay,
you like
fairly
technobabble.
shortly, I'm probably gonna need to pop off and, get
That's
food
cool. I was
for them.
going to stop soon anyways myself since we're getting up on 10 p.m. But thank you for joining me, Karen.
Yeah, absolutely, anytime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
I've got
accomplished
the
my
recorder
mission
from,
here,
the
so
Palaceum.
now I actually have to get into tourists.
Lovely
Yeah.
seaside pleasure dome.
That is exactly the mission of this wee little thing that I just put together.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man.
Hmm?
You haven't been to the
Oh,
Palaceum?
talking to the game,
It's
sorry.
the coolest place
Sorry.
in this whole drug-addled shithole.
I'm gonna pop off for now. Again,
Okay.
thank
Have a good night,
you.
Karen. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
It's a music club and a
Catch y'all later.
synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years.
That's cool.
You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was it something else? About the
Talking to
content
young
might
people
hurt?
hurts. Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks? The footsteps? Why does drama sound like a snake?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Nodding.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Now this is where a hat would come in handy.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
You said it's supposed to be a music place. Did you mean the one Andre's got planned, the church?
Yeah, the boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, inside the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Didn't you see it yourself? It's mostly music stuff. Like this tape recorder, but bigger.
You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold?
Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
I mean, sure. The tape... Actually, wait.
Okay, bye.
I have anything that gives me empathy. Empathy... The empathy... Oh, I'm wearing the only things for empathy, which are my shoes. Okay.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you gonna help us? Shoot.
The device is
Hey!
still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable. At your age, or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye. her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It is not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
No, shut the fuck up about Contact Mike. This is important. The dark.
I know. I'll stick to it. So, thanks, I guess, for the psych session. I guess that means we're even?
She means your little talk before, after your breakdown. It's all right, she means to say. You returned the favor.
Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
What is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with
Electronica.
instruments.
Electronic instruments, like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
Enough about the church then. I had another question.
Go ahead.
Actually, no, I don't. Goodbye. I'm going to talk to your asshole friends now. And then I'll probably wrap up for the evening. Hey, dipshits! Egghead!
With peroxide blonde hair, holds up a Harman Walshy tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Thanks, Egghead.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Tell me about those machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The supernatural? So you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
I don't understand what that means.
I can see that. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve sign synchronicity would be by getting us into the church.
Okay, fine. And my man Andre. I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with the Egghead there?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
What's a master of ceremonies?
You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer.
He's an MC. Okay.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes.
when I stumble and find my way into his centre, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
About the church, I checked it out.
And? What
I talked to the crabman.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
He keeps himself physically active. Or no, actually he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy 10 muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress.
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
The love? No, I'm really not feeling it at all.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the Anodic Dance Club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Anodic dance music? This is a great lie, but also I know not to cross programmers because they can fuck with your shit. She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
You mentioned some kind of Ecclesiastes owned the church. Who are these Ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the innocentic system, no?
They sound like exactly the kind who would want loud anodic music in their church.
You're right, they do.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
Thank you, Egghead.
Love is hardcore.
Sure is.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
No words. Enjoy the beat.
Feels good.
I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
You're right. How could the founding party be anything but enthusiastic? Dance music is about love, and so is the Pericarnassian Church.
Yeah! Yakokata, the place to be.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I don't know, they do sound pretty fucking hardcore.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
What's with all the Nosifed?
The what now?
The Nosifed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosifed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosifed is the shit.
Can I have some? I have some nose problems, too.
Sure. Here you go,
Cool.
officer.
I needed that, actually.
Blast away.
I get the Nosifed, but what about the engine starting fluid?
The engine starting fluid? It's for starting engines.
How's that extra high ether content working out for you? Does it do the trick?
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
Super. And what is ethyl ether anyway?
No idea, man.
Uh-huh. Hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
It's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now. At least, not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos, some depressants. How do you know all this?
All right, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Ooh. Hold on.
Goodbye,
Hold on.
officer.
This is the last thing I'll do this stream. Let me get my logic pants on. I need to get all of my logical clothing on. Let's see. What's the most logical shit I have? No. Yes? Yes. Ugh. I guess the conical hat. Logic jacket. Okay. We've got the most logical possible outfit on right now. We're gonna blast this kid's shit away with how logical we
Hi
are.
again. So, how are things going?
92 fucking %. Suna said something's amiss. We've confronted him about Suna's hint. He's not explained Nosifed or the starting fluid. Also, he sold those headphones. We're not a very smart cop, but maybe we can trick him.
A number of things
Oh,
don't
baby.
add up.
We solved a fucking case.
How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather round.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure where and how, I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
I was good enough in this job. Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to the uniform.
What happened?
Disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
Shut it.
What? I have. I've said that.
Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawn them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
That Nosafed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
Suna said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
You're sober. Was it hard for you to keep sober for this meeting?
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not today, Egg, but you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
Bottom line is, I know.
What exactly is it you know?
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Here it is. I am many things, folks. I have been an officer. I have been forest fire. I've been some kind of superstar. I've been an artist. I've been a harbinger of the apocalypse. But one thing I am not, and I've decided this after my horrific descent into total oblivion. One thing I am not is a fucking narc. I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want.
Really?
Really. I wanted to ask you about... Well, I'm not a narc.
You wanted to just ask me about something else.
Or you told me for the plan for the church really was. I mean, I do kind of want to know.
Then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revachol.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
So, what now?
Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for erotic music.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for erotic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for erotic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Right, let's call this incident crime prevention, but I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Non-sarcastically this time. Thank you, Egg.
Goodbye, officer.
Thank you, Egghead. From one egg to another. Thank you. We're gonna call that an evening. We helped save some youth from a little too much free enterprise. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. It's been really fun. Catch me on Tuesday for the game streams. This should go back up onto the channel soon. I'll also be back Thursday on stream for an art stream, so don't miss that. Thursday, probably around like 5 or 6. Yeah, DistressedEgg.fun, DistressedEgg on social media. Until next time, I'm gonna go and get in pajamas and chillax, so catch you later and stay villainous.